All right, so we're gonna go over a contralateral bridge grab. We're going to tuck the pelvis so that the low back is nice and snug against the floor. Belt buckle is tilted up towards us, not forward. So we're just doing a light tuck and snug. From that position with the feet about this far away from the hips, you can adjust if needed. We're gonna lift the hips about 3-4 inches off the ground. The reason we keep the hips tilted is so that the pelvic bowl lines up with the diaphragmatic cylinder so that we're a nice, good capsule through the trunk. Now from this position, we're gonna lift one leg into kind of a sprinter's 90-90 like this. When I lift this leg up, I'm gonna have the tendency to let that hip wanna come down or sag to the floor. I'm gonna make sure that I stay nice and squared off here and that my tailbone is about that 2 to 3 inches from the floor, and both kidneys are about equal distance from the floor. Now from that position, my left foot is on the ground, so I'm going to put a little more weight over in my right shoulder, so my left shoulder comes up off the ground a little bit here. Now from there, without untucking the pelvis, and yes, this hip does come down now that I've lifted, but this shoulder moves with the hips moving at the same time. So from that position, I'm now going to grab the floor between my right shoulder and my left foot. I'm squeezing myself together. So I'm gonna get a ton of hamstring activation. We're gonna keep the hips about the same distance off the floor, and I can feel the skin on my right shoulder roll as I pull myself here. You can let the head relax, or you can pick it up to add some more anterior front of the body tension. I'm gonna let mine relax, and then we're gonna breathe. Long, slow, full nasal inhales down into the abdomen. Exhale all the air out of your torso. So everything comes in. On the exhale, maybe squeeze a little harder, and pretty quickly we should be able to exhaust the hamstring or cramp it. If you do cramp it, just straighten it out, move the foot around, floss it out a little bit, and then we'll switch sides. So tuck, lift 3 to 4 inches, sprinter's leg with the opposite leg now. I'm gonna move over into my my left shoulder since my right foot is down. Again, this shoulder peels up, which moves this left hip down a little, but I stay squared off with the hips and sternum and pelvis. Head relaxes. I'm gonna grab the floor, breathing. Try not to breathe up into the chest and neck. Slow nasal inhales, even though it's intense. Filling here, getting all the air out. Exhale, grab harder. And if you do get a cramp, it's all right. Cramps are bad movements leaving the body. Floss it out a little bit. And I would try 3 rounds each side. And we'll see you guys on the next movement video.